There is another warning out about tanning beds. This one is aimed directly at anyone under 18. The Canadian Pediatric Society says they should be banned from using tanning beds right across the country. CBC medical specialist Dr. Karl Kabasele joins me now in studio. So banned, tough words.
Yep.
Is it because if you're young you have a greater risk with tanning beds?
Well, basically, yes. We know that ultraviolet radiation is a risk factor for skin cancer. We also know that these tanning beds allow people to be exposed to this toxic radiation year-round. We also know that over the course of your life, the more you're exposed to this radiation, the more likely you are to get skin cancer. And so kids tend to be more sensitive or more at risk, probably because, you know, they're getting that exposure earlier in life, and therefore they have more of a chance of later developing cancer.
So you mentioned skin cancer. Any other things that could, you know, come of sitting under those lights?
Absolutely. So UV radiation causes sunburn, we know that. It actually can damage the eyes, so sort of thermal damage to the eyes. It can cause premature cataracts, so kind of a cloudiness of the lens that disrupts your sight. And we know that UV radiation also can suppress your immune system, which is probably why the risk of skin cancer goes up.
Now, the Canadian Pediatric Society says that 1 in 4 people, you know, like I think it's 13 to 19, have used a tanning bed at some point or other. So what do you do to encourage them not to use them?
Well, I think that's the exact reason why the CPS is calling for laws to absolutely ban kids from using the tanning salons. Clearly, having the industry regulate itself isn't working. So not only that, but we have to increase education, so let kids know the dangers and let parents know the dangers. We want to change attitudes as well, because, you know, why should being tan be something that people want to do? There's sort of that cultural thing. Maybe it's Baywatch, I'm not sure why it is, but what we need to do is maybe get celebrities and athletes and the people that kids look up to say, your skin color is just fine the way it is. Don't bother with this tanning stuff.
In fact, wear sunscreen.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I wear sunscreen, and I've never been in a tanning salon, but I don't need to go to a tanning bed, nor do I want to.
Right.
But as I understand it, young girls are more prone to using them than young men.
Well, that's right. Up to 7 times more likely than boys. And not sure why, but one interesting thing is that mothers who use tanning salons are more likely to have daughters who use tanning salons. So we've got, as parents, we have to set the right example for kids. The other thing that the CPS wants the industry to do is to, first of all, recognize that their product causes cancer. They want them to say it clearly and put it on the tanning beds. But they also want them to stop making claims that there are health benefits from going to a tanning salon. Because, you know, it's not really so. And when you look at the small benefit, perhaps, of getting more vitamin D production from that UV radiation compared to the risk of cancer, the negatives really...
It's a no-brainer.
Exactly.
So what do you say for people who want that... what do they call it? A healthy glow, I suppose I've heard the term.
Well, you know what? Exercise, so that'll increase your circulation and maybe make you look a little healthier.
You say exercise for everything, Karl.
I do.
Every time you come on here, I feel guilty, but I have exercise since you've become part of our team.
A walk is fine. But you know what? If for people who are really determined to change their skin color, there are the sunless tanning products that you rub onto your skin and it makes you look orange or tan or whatever. You know, if that's really what you want, that's much, much safer than grilling yourself in one of these machines.
No kidding. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
CBC medical specialist Dr. Karl Kabasele.